Hello guys, this is MTandi. The 1.5 was released yesterday, and that means that we can start the sequence of the tutorials on the new stuff in 1.5 update. And the first tutorial in my list will be the tutorial on high efficiency mob grinder. That is the most efficient mob grinder as far as I know right now, and it doesn't lose to those mob grinder that work on pistons. It can spawn about 5,000 mobs in 1 hour. That means that after 1 hour from start you will have 2 double chests full of loot. And let's start the tutorial. We will start with this shape. That is my old mob grinder, but with 4 floors instead of 3. So to build this structure you will need to follow the tutorial on the old mob grinder, but skip few parts. You will build only the main frame of the mob grinder, the floors, but you will add one more floor here, and skip the part with the half slabs and trapdoors because we will place them a bit differently, but everything is the same as before. We have these 8x8 spawning pads on every of the 4 floors and the roof made of slabs. Every floor is 2 block high, and the ceiling is 1 block thick. And here you can see we have the water that is 1 block from the floor. So to build this you'll just click on this video and follow the tutorial. The first slab will be here on the closest block to the center of the mob grinder, and leaving the space of 2 blocks between the other slabs you will need to lay down other 9 half slabs in this shape, so it will cover the whole pad. If you want to have the redstone disabling mechanism you will need to remove the central slab with the glowstone lamp. This is the redstone lamp here, and disable this corner block by placing another half slab on it, and repeat the pattern for all the spawning pads on each floor. So the main layout is complete. You can see that I covered all the spawning pads with slabs, and the spider spawning is now disabled. Also we have prepared the redstone lamps for being powered, so we will be able to disable the spawning when we want. And right now let's start with placing down the trapdoors. The trapdoors are needed for all the mobs, so they will fall to the water canal that will push them to the hole, because the mobs see the trapdoors as the blocks they can walk on, even though they can't, because when trapdoor is in open state like that, the mobs will fall through it and fall right into the water stream. I won't put the trapdoors on the first floor, I will do it just on the second, third and fourth floor, and you will need to place 7 trapdoors on each spawning pad like that, without this block. You won't have the trapdoor on this block, and repeat this pattern on every spawning pad. So all the trapdoors are in their place. We can already use this mob grinder and start working with it, but we will add one feature of the 1.5 update that will boost the efficiency. I would suggest you to turn all the lamps on if you're building it in the survival mode, so you won't have any mob spawning after you will leave the spawning room. And now you will need to remove all these slabs that are 1 block from the corner, except for the first floor. You will remove them on the second, third and fourth floor, and leave that holes on every pad. So I made all the holes, you can see them on every pad, and they go straight to the first floor through the first, third and second floor. And now we will need to pick up one spawning pad, whatever you like, and dig another hole through all the floors, 1 block from the corner as well, and you will make the hole even on the first floor. But here we will place the half slab. That will be like that. And to proceed, make sure that your volume is turned off. For the next part you will need a bunch of cats and couple of villagers. It's not so hard to get them here. You can find the village and transport them using the nether portals, because they now can teleport you to all heights and even at Y to 200. Or you can extend the roof here and creating the spawning pad for the hostile mobs. Pick up some zombie villagers and purify them here, so you will have 2 villagers without even finding the village. Now we will place down the cats, and to do this we will need to break this block on the center. You can see that there are our holes, and we will need to push one cat to the hole like that. The cat doesn't receive the falling damage, so it won't be a problem. Now you can see that the cat landed on the pad at the first floor. I pushed it accidentally, but you can make it like that. And you need to cover the roof above the cat and place another slab on top, so the next cat will be falling on this slab, and repeat that for every floor. And now all cats are in their place. It took about 10 minutes to push them all, and now you need to break another hole right here above the hole in the center of the mob grinder that you made, and push one villager through this hole. Where are they? Come on. And when it will be right above the hole, break the minecart and the villager force on the half slab out there. I hope that he won't fall through the block. You can make sure. Yes, here it is. You can see him standing on the half slab. And now we can close this hole down. We don't need to leave any holes in the spawning pad on the first floor either, because zombie can see villagers through the walls. But we will have some problems with placing the block here, because the villager is in this block and it's sees as it's occupied by the mob. But we will extend this part here, push the villager on this block. Oops. Put the house slab down and push the villager back here, and close this whole thing again. And we don't need to leave these holes either right there. And from the inside it will be completely flush, and you won't be able to tell that there is a villager out there unless you will see it. So we will close it up, break this block and close other holes and the hole in the roof. And now we will need to prepare the other villager to be put inside here. For this we will need to place other 4 blocks here on the 3rd floor in the center, and the same 4 blocks on the top floor like that, and put the trapdoors on the sides. Now we will disable all the spawning of these pads by putting half slabs on it like that, and we will have our second villager in this pad, and now we will push him here. Okay, so now we will close the roof like that. Because we will need to disable the spawning on these blocks, and this whole roof is the half slabs, but these blocks will be the block where mobs can spawn, so we will disable this too. And we will jump to the villager and push him so we can place everything down. The same trick as we done with the bottom villager, and close everything up. So we can check our lighting. We see that we have no light passing through here, and the villager won't ever move from these 4 blocks, and zombie won't be able to get him. They will be just running on these blocks and falling down there, where they will be pushed by the water and will be headed to the death. So it's done. I will need to do the wiring. So now we have the working mob grinder, and you can already use this, but if you want to improve the structure and add the toggle mechanism, you will need to add 1 block here, put the lever in it, and make a pillar out of the redstone torches and blocks. So the signal will be passed to the mob grinder from the bottom lever. And fill every gap with the redstone torch. Now we will prepare the spread and destroy these blocks, and remove these glass blocks here and replace them with the simple blocks. And we can use the upside down slabs here to not waste our quartz blocks, and make sure that you will put the slabs here so no mobs will be spawning at this too high area. Now we will need to put the ring of the redstone like that, and spread the redstone signal to 2 of the sides. You will need to choose opposite sides. You will need just 2 sides, no need to use it on all 4 sides. We can place the redstone block like that and run wire on top of this, and then we will have 1 block here, here and here. So that's it. Now fill this line with the redstone, place torches like that, that and that, and repeat that for every side. And that's it. That will be look like that. Now we will hook up the current to all our lamps, and to do this we will put another torch like that, block, torch, block, torch on top of the block, another block, another torch, and the last block. On the last block you will place the redstone dust and the repeater. Here you will place the redstone dot, and on this floor we will place another repeater, and repeat that for every side. This is how it will look from the outside. I've done all the wiring. You can see that we have all pads with the powered block, and now we need to hook up the redstone lab to each of these blocks that we are powering. To do this we will need just a redstone dust and 4 torches. We will simply run the wiring from these blocks that repeaters and torches are pointing at. Oh, I broke the torch here, but you can see that this repeater will turn on this block, and here we will have inverted signal because we give the powered redstone here while we need unpowered. So let's see how it will be. So only on the third floor we use the torch at the beginning, and on the other floors we will just run the redstone wire from the second block to the redstone lamp, like that. And in this state all the lamps are off. That means that we've done everything right, and it's time to hook to flip the lever. The all lamps must be on right now. We will check it. It's everything okay. Yes. And because we disabled the spawning on the farthest block right here, you can check the block lighting. Right here the block lighting is 7. That means that in the foot we will have block light of 8, and that means that mobs can't spawn there. But when I move here, you can see that at the head level I have block light 6. That means that on this block, which have a block light of 7, mobs can spawn, but we are disabling, and don't let them do that by pushing the half slab there. So let's try how it works. I will turn the difficulty to the hard. You can see that we have only 18 entities out there, that are 16 cats and 2 villagers. But when I flip the lever back, it will turn the lamps off, and you can see how the entity count is rising and the zombies are already falling here. The zombies will be the first mob to fall because when the zombie spawns, it ran to the center, because all the villagers are situated near to the center, and zombies are going straight to the hole, so they won't take much time floating in the water canals, and they will be the fastest mob while initializing. The creepers, while they're spawning, will run to all the sides, so they will be the next mob to fall, because they will take some time before the stream will push them to the central hole. And we have no means for the skeletons to attract them to the center, so your mob grinder will be full with skeletons that will be queuing and waiting for them to fall to the hole. I extended my mob grinder because of the skeletons. When the mob grinder with 3 floors works, I have only about 14 or 30 mobs in the mob grinder, and I can afford to have a bit more sleeping mobs, so that's why I added the 4th floor. It gave me a 23% increase of the rates, but note that every other floor that you can add will add less rates to your mob grinder, and the 4 floors, in my opinion, are the best for that. So it is expandable. But you can put another type of this mob grinder close to it, or even 4 if you want to have a huge amount of rates, and it will be an insane rates. I'd say the most will fall right after the spawning, so you will have only skeletons in your mob grinder, and only skeleton will take the mob cap and decrease your spawning. Also, make sure to deal with the mobs with armor, because they have reduced the falling damage when they fall from 24 blocks. And remember that when you are off farming, you will have them in this place, and you will need to deal with them sometimes. So that's about it. Ask everything you want in the description, leave a comment. We will help you with the installation and implementing it in your world, but note that you must be sure that your SMP world can handle the mob grinders, because mob grinders are work differently in the multiplayer, and to know that this mob grinder will work for you, you might build any other mob grinder, and if any other mob grinder can work on your server, this will work too. The best rates, the 5000 mobs that I was talking in the beginning, are guaranteeing only when you play in the single player world or on your multiplayer world when you are alone on the server. So that's about it. Thanks for watching.